Hi, welcome back to the Hidden Secret series with Kemya and Lynn. And today we are going to talk about something that affects everybody who creates programs and courses online.
It concerns me when people create courses online, Kemya, and they say there's plenty of interactivity and engagement. And actually, then when I work with them and I go look at the content, there's plenty of engagement, but there's really no interactivity.
Yes, and people, engagement is not the same as interactivity. Those are two very different things. And that's what we're going to hit on today. Because Lynn, what's funny to me is everybody uses quizzes these days, which are fine. We all love quizzes, but everybody thinks that their programs and courses are so interactive because they have a quiz. A quiz is not interactive. A quiz is on the side of engagement.
Absolutely.
Talking about the quiz, talking about the answers to the quiz, discussing the quiz results. That's the interactivity, right?
Absolutely. You could do worksheets from now to doomsday. And, unless you share what you've learned and you practice what you want to practice after kind of reflecting, that's when the interactivity is there.
Yes. And I love that because worksheets are another thing that everybody includes in their courses, in their programs, in the name of interactivity. That's not interactivity. That's simply one-sided engagement, because in order for something to be interactive, it takes two people. So if it's only one-sided where I'm filling out a quiz or I'm filling in a worksheet, that's not interactivity because I'm not interacting with anyone. And so when you're figuring out what to put in your programs, your courses, even your lead magnets and your opt-ins and your funnels, you have to keep in mind what constitutes engagement versus what constitutes interactivity, and when to use each of those things to ultimately move your participant or your attendee or your enrolled member, how you can move them forward using engagement and interactivity. So Lynn, let me ask you, what are some examples of engaging activities?
Well, in our last episode, we talked about, a video that tells a story. That's an example of clicking on that video is an example of engagement. But if we had another exercise after that video where we said, have a conversation with your partner about what it means to you to move forward in this course because of that story, that is interactivity.
And that, if you think about a course that you've enrolled yourself in, imagine how much further you would get if it had more interactive components, because then you can, just like you said, Lynn, you can share ideas with someone else, whether it's someone in your home or someone in the group or the mastermind. That's where the value comes in. So you can do the engaging part alone, but then come together as a collective to really get the benefits of being in a group and the benefits of interactivity. And so, I would challenge you, the next program or course that you're creating, look at what's engaging versus what's interactive and make sure both components are there so that people can really get the benefit and experience those transformational results from participating in your program or course.
Absolutely. Are there any other activities that you're curious about, Kemya? Like, what are the other things we can say that would help with interactivity?
I definitely think it's having those group components. So if you have running a large program that's on your own time, you can have, just like people have those secret Facebook groups for enrolled members and participants at a course, that's part of interactivity because people can post their questions, they can solicit feedback, they can answer other people's questions and really see what other people are doing. So if you are teaching a course that's actually not live and it's self-paced, you can still provide that forum where your students can be interactive. They can engage and be interactive. And that's where the real value comes in. That's why so many course creators have a forum or a circle or a Facebook group. It's to get those benefits of interaction. And so I think that's one of the great, easiest ways that you can build interactivity into every program and course that you offer.
Absolutely. The last one I have in mind is more for the advanced level courses. You know how you sometimes show case studies where there was a problem and everybody and how it was solved. If you use that as an interaction for a course and people are analyzing the case study and saying what they would do in their place, there's an opportunity there for huge amounts of learning, huge amounts of practice, and way more involvement.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That took me back to my college days and my marketing courses. Those were the classes that were the most fun, and I learned the most. It's when we diagnosed those case studies that were already done, just what you said, and we had conversations about them. That's where the real learning came, because you can sit and read and do things on your own, but you can't move beyond your own head. It's when you introduce that interactivity that the game changes. So I think that's a great thing to do. And a lot of people have case studies in their businesses. So why not bring a case study and have a discussion around it? That's a great idea. Love that. Okay. Any last words from you, Lynn, about engagement versus interactivity? I know because you help people with their courses, you see so many hits and misses in creating programming and courses.
The only thing I would say is, and I kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, is you could make one course and turn it into an advanced course or a super advanced course just by the amount of interactivity you build.
Wow. And you're right. And because you can make it an advanced course, guess what else you can do? You can
charge more money.
Exactly. You can charge more. And let's face it, we're all looking to be more profitable. See, we were thinking the same thing. You can charge more. So you can have those introductory, self-paced, do-it-yourself courses, and then you up the ante, you up the value when you bring the interactivity to it. And let's face it, that's the part people pay for. People will pay more for the human interaction than they'll pay for just simply filling in those worksheets and the basic levels of engagement. That's awesome.
And if you're the expert, the thing I love is that you've given people a chance to reflect, to practice, to talk. And by the time they get to a coaching session with you, let's say you include just one coaching session per lesson or per module, think about how much further ahead they're going to be rather than listening to you talk about the content.
Absolutely. And that's, it's so funny you said that. When I put together my latest course, I did it to be self-paced, but when I launched it, I actually included 2 coaching Q&As for that very reason, because you can be sitting at home taking the class. If you have questions, there's no interactivity. What are you supposed to do? And so I love it when there's self-paced courses, but there's always the opportunity to speak with a course facilitator or the course creator and ask questions, engage in exchange of ideas. That brings all the value to the course to me. That makes the difference from a course that never gets opened, that we all have those courses that never get opened or never get finished, completed, to a course that you're taking notes, you complete, and you implement what you learn. That interactivity can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this session of the Hidden Secrets series. Say that 3 times fast with Kemya and Lynn. And tune in next time where we'll be tackling a different topic related to digital marketing and how you can make your business more profitable. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Hidden Secrets series with Kemya and Lynn. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we had filming it for you.
We definitely had fun with this. We know we threw a lot of information, a lot of tips, and it might be a little bit overwhelming, but that's okay. The more important thing is what to do next.
Yes. So what's next? We'd like you to, if you haven't already, download the workbook below. And as you comb through your notes, if you need additional help and support in order to implement the ideas that we've shared in the video, please book a consulting call with either myself or Lynn. Our contact information is in the workbook, and we'd be happy to support you and strategize ways that you can incorporate the tips from this Hidden Secret series into your business. Until next time, have a great day.
Thank you.